So,
can you guys hear that noise?
hello, welcome to a special Sunday episode of what's normally our market overview, but today we're going to be doing a special help video on the Polkadot Parachains auctions, which we have Bilo, who's been doing a bit of this himself, is going to show us what to do. I got a little bit stuck and I decided that I'd ask Bilo for some help, and he said that, well, why don't we just do this online so that everybody else can see it as well. Welcome, Bilo. How are you?
Hi, everyone. Good, thank you. Hope everybody's doing well. So the website that I suggest for everybody to go on is parachains.info. You could do this at the same time as I'm showing you. On parachains.info, you can get into the Kusama Parachain auction information, or you can go into the Polkadot Parachain auction information. The Kusama Parachain auctions are still ongoing. We're right now in auctions 12 to 15, which end November 22nd. And these are the contenders. But I want to focus on the Polkadot Parachain auctions for now. So for the Polkadot Parachain auctions, the first auctions, which are November 11th to November 18th, these are the contenders: ACALA, Moonbeam, Astar, Parallel, Little Tree, Clover, Centrifuge, Crust, Darwinia, Affinity, Equilibrium, and Manta. You can actually join the first six right now. They're live. You can join. And if you go on parachains.info under the Polkadot auctions, you can actually see how much DOT has been contributed so far, and the amount of contributions, the projected rewards. Obviously, nobody knows how much ACALA is going to be worth. So when it says that, for example, you'll get one glimmer for each dot, then you can say, oh, but I'm getting 3 ACALAs for each dot, therefore I'm going to invest in ACALA. You should not look at it that way at all, because one glimmer could be worth 10 times one ACALA. So nobody knows yet. It's a lot of speculation. And we'll get into some other potential risk factors down the line. But for now, if you wanted to join the ACALA parachain auction as an example, you could safely do so by going on parachains.info and clicking on join now. ACALA has a 5% bonus if you join now, because it's still early, and I believe this bonus is going to go away maybe anytime now. It could be tomorrow, the day after. I don't really know when, but it could disappear very quickly. Pumpy, if you don't mind just posting the Zoom again in the chat. I'm getting messages asking me.
I'm just currently doing an announcement, mate. Don't worry.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. So for ACALA, guys, if you join now, you'll get 5% bonus. But if you had pre-registered for ACALA, you would have received by email your own referral link. If you got your own referral link, you actually get another, on top of the 5% by joining now, you'll get a 10% bonus. If you don't have a referral link, you could use somebody else's, and you'll get 5% and they'll get 5%. But obviously, if you registered in advance, the best option for you is to use your own referral link for an additional 10%. So if we were to go through the process and just click on join now, it would take you to the ACALA network, join ACALA site, and you would go to contribute now. And it will give you 4 ways to participate. You can contribute directly, you can contribute and stay liquid, you can use an exchange, you can use a wallet. My suggestion is to contribute and stay liquid. What that means is, with ACALA, and specifically for ACALA, not everybody's offering this, contribute and stay liquid means that ACALA will offer you, if you were to put in, let's say 100 DOT, you'll get 100 liquid dots from ACALA. So a liquid dot is a token that ACALA made up that you will get in exchange for your dots. And it'll have its own trading volume. People will buy it, will sell it, will trade it. Nobody knows right now, obviously, what it's going to be worth. How high it can go, how low it can go. One thing that's for certain, though, is whatever you get in liquid dot from ACALA, if you keep it, trade it, increase the amount of it, or whatever the case may be over the course of 2 years, because this time the parachain auctions are going to lock your dot for 2 years, not 48 weeks, which was the case for Kusama. So whatever number of liquid dots from ACALA you end up with, you'll be able to go and get them back in dot when the lease is over after 2 years. So if you got 100 liquid dots and you have 50 liquid dots by the end of the process because you sold 50, you'll be able to go back and claim 50 real dots at the end of the process. So this is a nice advantage to have, because you're not stuck with having to wait for your dots over the course of 2 years. And so, look, ACALA is doing it. Other projects, I believe, are doing it, but for now, I'll discuss ACALA and Moonbeam. And other projects, I mean, you can just follow the process and do the same thing I'm going to do now in showing you how to contribute. The third option, guys, is you can use an exchange, okay? And these are the exchanges that are participating. And the exchanges this time around have learned some lessons from the previous parachain auctions, the Kusama parachain auctions, in that they're offering advantages and bonuses for those that wish to participate through the exchange. Binance, as an example, is offering bonuses for those who wish to participate through Binance in the parachain auction. Pumpeye, we can hear you. I'm not sure if you have your mute on. And Binance is offering rewards. So if you participate through Binance, not only will you get additional rewards just for going through Binance, but Pumpy? Pumps?
Hi, sorry, Bilo. What was that?
Yeah, mate. No, it's okay. I just wanted to tell you that we could hear you.
Oh, okay, thank you.
No worries. So not only do you get additional rewards by participating through Binance, which, I mean, I didn't do it because I'll explain my reasons, but you'll also get what's called a B dot, B for Binance dot. So Binance essentially capitalized on the idea that ACALA came up with for liquid dots, and they created their own token called B dot. B dot is going to be Binance's version of a liquid dot that you'll get in exchange for the dots that you lock up. And this is over and above the bonuses you'll get for signing up with Binance for trading. And it follows the same reasoning and thought process of ACALA's liquid dot, in that you'll be liquid during the 2 years in a kind of like a sister token. For me, the reasons why I did not go through an exchange is because going through an exchange, you may get some bonuses, but when you look at the numbers, the bonuses in comparison to the amount of people that will participate through the exchange, because A, it's easier to go through an exchange, you don't have to break your head. Most people don't know yet how to, still how to create a private wallet. And, there's the seed phrase, the JSON files, how do you set it up? It's a mysterious thing, right? For most people, it's still a mysterious thing. For those that know, they initially also thought it was a mysterious, scary thing. So a lot of people will still go through the exchanges, and those bonuses that are being advertised by the exchanges, I think, are going to be very diluted. So at the end of the day, yes, you're getting a bonus, but I don't think it's going to be worthwhile. Again, it's a conjecture on my part. I don't know for certain. It's just my feeling. The other reason I didn't go through an exchange is because once you're in an exchange, your qualification for future airdrops for participation are zero. When you're in a private wallet and you're doing it through a private wallet, there are possibilities, nothing for certain, but there are possibilities for airdrops. We've seen this in the past with many tokens, okay? The most recent was Moonriver. If you want to compare parachain auctions, Moonriver, if you participated through your, a private wallet, you qualified to receive FIN token airdrops. Now, for each wallet that held Mover, let's say you had, it doesn't really matter how many Mover tokens you had, But let's say you got 100, movers, or 10 movers, let's say, to make it even simpler. And let's say for whatever reason, you decided to spread your mover into 10 different wallets. You actually got 2,000 fins per wallet that contain mover. I wish I did that. I didn't. I'm just telling you, some people, for whatever reason, spread their movers across different wallets and end up getting 2,000 fins per wallet that contained mover. And fin went up as much as, I think, $3 last week. I haven't checked it in a while. So imagine $6,000 per wallet that contained a little bit of mover. That's quite the score. And that's just one of many potential airdrops that you'll get. Just holding tokens and participating in different events through a private wallet. So for me, these are the main reasons why I would rather go directly to a private wallet. So contribute and stay liquid is the option that I recommend to you here. And so process. Contribute to the liquid crowd loan vault managed by ACALA and receive 2 tokens after launch. Receive your ACALA tokens, which you'll get. We'll get into the percentages later. Essentially, you get a percentage up front, and then the rest is going to be vesting over 2 years. And the more dots you lock, the higher the rewards. Receive liquid crowd loan dot. So this is the liquid dot that ACALA came up with. IC dot lets you access the underlying dot liquidity, swap use as collateral to mint AUSD and more. In 2 years, you can use IC dot to redeem the underlying dot locked in the ACALA crowd loan. So if you received, like the previous example, you locked away 100 dots, you received 100 IC dots. If you still own those 100 IC dots, you didn't sell them, well, you can get back your dots in 2 years. The mechanism of trading IC dot is still not clear to me. If anybody on this call knows more in terms of, can you grow your IC dot? Can you trade them? Or can you just sell them, or can you trade them in the sense that, can you buy back in? And, I don't know. So if, for example, you put in 100 dots and then you got back 100 IC dots, and imagine you trade them and you increase that to 200 IC dots. A, is that possible? And B, will you get will you be able to get 200 dots in exchange when the 2 years are over? Or do you always stuck to the maximum 100 dots you contributed? These are questions that are unanswered for me. And I believe the majority yet, they're not answered yet. But if anybody here knows or has heard or has read any otherwise, please share and let us know. So if you click on contribute and stay liquid, it'll take you to connect your Polkadot.js extension. Now, I won't do this for obvious reasons on a live stream, but if you connect your Polkadot.js extension, you need to have a Polkadot.js extension, so you need to download Polkadot.js. If you go to Google, I'll just show you very quickly. Just go to Google, you say Polkadot.js extension. It's really simple. You'll go on the website and you'll just add the extension to Chrome, okay, or Firefox or whatever it is that you use. You will then be you'll then have to enter a password, take the seed phrase, hide it somewhere very carefully, and you have your own wallet and you just proceed from there. Then you lock up, if it's 100, you lock up 100. These are the estimated rewards, and these are the total LC dot tokens you'll get in exchange, right? 1 to 1. And you essentially, if you have a referral link, if you have your own ideally referral link, then you end up with 10% bonus on your rewards. If you don't and you use somebody else's, they'll get 5% and you'll get 5%. Does anybody have questions so far? Please speak up and just ask. This is why we're doing this session.
All good.
I'd just like to mention that previously, a couple of minutes ago, you mentioned that sometime soon this bonus is going to end.
Yes.
On this page, there's the exact
Oh yeah,
countdown.
here it is. Oh, beautiful. Sorry, thank you very much. Yes, 13 hours. The bonus will end in 13 hours. Thank you very much, Lance.
Bilo,
Sure.
Yeah.
did you say that you can still register for your own self
I don't.
referral?
I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure if you can still register for your own self-referral.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. So if you reach this point and you click on these three, I have installed the browser, I have DOT in my account, my DOT has been unbonded. Then you connect your extension and you'll get a page pop up, which I can't share for obvious reasons. It's, asking you how much you want to lock up. It'll ask you to enter your code. If you have a referral code, if you have your own, you get an additional 10%. If you have somebody else's, like I said, you enter that one and you'll get 5% and they'll get 5%. And that is essentially it. You'll end up having contributed and locked your DOT tokens for 2 years. And in the case of ACALA, you'll get 100 LC dots in exchange. This is it, guys. It's that simple to do it for ACALA, okay? Anybody have any questions on this ACALA? Okay. Moonbeam. So the second one, let's, the same process, pretty much the same process, except that for Moonbeam, you will also need to enter a MetaMask wallet address, as you'll be receiving your Glimmer tokens in MetaMask. You will also have to add the Moonbeam network to your MetaMask, and I'll show you how to do that as well. So you click on join now. It'll take you to crowdloan.moonbeam.foundation. Now, guys, I'm very careful. So I usually like to type in my own HTTPS addresses just in case the website's been hacked or I'm on a phishing site. So feel free also, obviously, to be careful and do the same. You don't need to click from here. You can just simply go to crowdloan.moonbeam.foundation and forget even the word crowdloan, take it from scratch. Just say you go moonbeam.foundation, take it from scratch. It'll take you to this website. Click on Moonbeam Crowdloan, and it'll take you to this website. It's so important to be careful, guys, especially in crypto. There's a lot of scams, a lot of phishing websites. Nothing to do with crypto, but one of the tools that I use two actually, are these two here. One of them is called Alexa Traffic. I don't know if you guys can see it. Do you guys see it? Do you guys see this? Okay, so I suggest this to everybody, guys. It essentially gives you the information on the website. This website is ranking 34,578 in the world, okay? So it's not a website that was created recently, otherwise it would be in the trillions. So it's an old website, it looks decent. And the other one is this here, it's Netcraft, and sometimes it does this weird flickering, but what matters is that it has a risk rating of 0. Site rank is 33,000, so it kind of jives with Alexa. So these two extensions are extensions that I use to try and help me figure out if the website I'm on is a real or a fake website. So if you go on a fake website, most likely you'll have like a red bar here saying, be careful, something's wrong. Having a green bar, although it's not a guarantee that everything is kosher, but with all the information you have here with the site ranking, usually a website that has a strong site ranking is a legitimate website. It's not a fake website, because fake websites do not have a site ranking that's low. They tend to be very high up in the rank because they're new and they get kind of remade often because they're flagged and shut down by Google. So they'll be remade, and therefore the ranking will be very, very high, this number here. So yeah, contribute to the crowd loan. Okay, it'll take you back to the same page that we were able to get to from here by just pressing join now. And so you press on contribute now. They'll explain to you the terms and conditions, same thing. The Moonbeam crowd loan is open and now accepting contributions. It'll remain open until December 16th or until a parachain slot is secured. So this can happen at any time, guys. So that's the thing with parachain slots. It's not that you have a window of opportunity that closes at a particular day, at a particular time. It can close tomorrow. If a large number of investors decide to, go in, it could close in an hour. So there is this risk if you do intend on investing and locking up your tokens for a particular project. There is the risk that you miss the boat the longer you wait, because there is a maximum amount that the project is looking to raise. Okay, this happens and it's happened before. And the best example I can come up with is Kilt on the parachain auction, the Kusama parachain auction. It opened and closed, if I remember correctly, in the matter of a day. So yeah. In order to participate, you'll need to agree to terms and conditions. Now, one thing, guys, with the Moonbeam crowd loan is if you're in North America, you'll be prohibited from participating. The way around that, and this is up to you if you want to do it or not, is to use a VPN that puts you somewhere other than North America. Otherwise, you just won't be able to proceed. If you have completed the pre-registration, please ensure using the same address you used when signing the transaction. So you don't have to have pre-registered in this case, but if you pre-registered, make sure you use your same address. You press start, same thing again. In order to sign the terms, this application needs to access your Polkadot extension. You connect to Polkadot. Again, I apologize. I didn't know how to set this up in a way that keeps my information private, so I won't be able to do this. But you connect to Polkadot, and you have to use the wallet that has your dots that you intend on unlocking. You follow the same process. You choose the amount of dot you wanna use. Always make sure to leave at least one dot in your wallet. Otherwise, I've read recently that that wallet, that if it has less than one dot, will automatically be closed down by Polkadot.js. And it'll also ask you to enter a receiving address. Now, in this case, guys, for Moonbeam, the receiving address is a MetaMask Ethereum-based address. Now, in MetaMask, as you know, you can have several networks. You can have Ethereum, you can have Phantom. In this case, you can have Moonbeam's address. And I'll tell you how to get to that as well. So you enter that address. It's the same address, guys, whether it's an Ethereum ERC20 or a Moonbeam or a Moonriver or a Phantom, it's still the same address. It's just that the tokens are native to that network and they'll only appear in that network. So don't worry if you don't see them there. It just means that your network settings just have to be adjusted to the correct network. They're there. How do you add MetaMask? So just simply Moonbeam MetaMask. And you need to go to the Moonbeam information website. Don't go anywhere else. So using MetaMask, docs.moonbeam.network, that's the right one. You always want to get your information from the source, guys. Don't go to third parties. And it's really simple. It's Moonbeam's network is called Moonbase Alpha. And you click on Connect to Moonriver, and you'll get a MetaMask. Yeah, so I can't do this, but you'll essentially, stop sharing, didn't I? Hold on. I apologize, guys. Just one sec. Okay, sorry about that. You guys still hear me?
That's right, Bilo. Carry on.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I lost my connection.
You should just be able to share your screen again.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, here we go. So yeah, so once you're on docs.moonbeam.network, just click on this button here, connect to Moon River. I apologize again, guys. I couldn't figure out how to do this in a way that keeps my information private. But if you click on connect to Moon River, it'll automatically it'll interact with your MetaMask only to add the network to MetaMask. So you don't have to go typing it in yourself. It's very safe, nothing to worry about. Just make sure you're on this website, docs.moonbeam.network. Okay. So it'll add your Moonbase Alpha network to MetaMask, and you'll just have to copy your address as you always do on MetaMask, and you'll have it's the same as the Ethereum address. It's the same exact address. So don't worry that it's an Ethereum address. It's not. It's an address that could be used for Moon River as well. And excuse me, not Moon River, but Moonbeam as well. It's called Moonbase Alpha Network. Does anybody have any questions on how to add Moonbeam to their MetaMask, or is it clear? Don't be shy, guys. Please speak up. We all have to learn this.
Pretty clear with it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for checking.
Sure. No problem.
So, Bilo, do you want to just explain to people why it is that it's the same address for those that don't know?
Sure, because these projects are able to integrate on ERC20. Okay, so even though it's an ERC20 address, these projects are able to interact with ERC20 projects, and therefore, all that the address is doing is it's giving you a location for your wallet. It's just a public address for your wallet, but on that same address, you're able to have multiple chains or multiple networks. So once you have Moonbeam, as an example, once you have Moonbeam on that wallet address, you can go to your MetaMask, and if you're on, let's say, ERC20 on the Ethereum network, you will never see those tokens. You can go on your etherscan.io and check. You just won't see those tokens because they're physically not on ERC20. So what these projects are doing is they're saying you can use the same address, but it's now, in this case, on a different network. That's really all it is. Okay, it doesn't mean that you'll see those tokens on all different networks. Those tokens live only on the networks they're intended for. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you very much.
Sure. Guys, it's really that simple. I mean, I just wanted to make sure that we wanted to make sure at Crypto Society that you guys understood, how to navigate the Parachain auctions. I gave you two examples. I mean, it's the same thing for all of them. Okay, just follow the process. It's really that simple. If you wanted to go into Astar, I haven't done this. Let's just see. You click on join now, and it'll take you to crowdloan.astar.network. Again, if you're uncomfortable by clicking on a link and you want to take it from scratch, just go to the Astar website and take it to where you can contribute to the crowd loan. This one before, so we'll do it together. Stake.now. I only wish I had found a way to keep my information private and still show you this. I'll maybe learn how to do that for next time. Stake.now. So I don't know why it's taking a bit of time. Probably their website is, there seems to be unresponsive. Maybe it's just a lot of traffic on the website. I don't know. Let's see, parallel. So look at this, parallel. You have a referral link that you can use on their website. Earn up to 10% for every dot referred. You and your referee get 5%. So this is with parallel. You have this referral link that you could use. With other network like ACALA, for example, if you just know someone with a link, their own link, you'll get 5 and they'll get 5. Or you can just simply go on the, I believe on the Discord, and there's a lot of people very happy to share their links, and you'll get a shitload of links to pick from to get your 5% bonus. So it's really the same process, guys. It's just repeated, and this explains to you every project will have its own, you know, bonus structure. You just read through them, and the point of this today was not to get into any projects and the you know, pluses and minuses of contributing to this versus that. It was more just to let's just take you through and show you how it all works. It's really that simple. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Thanks, man.
Sure. Do you find that it's clear? Has it helped you?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
What's your or yeah, I guess you're not talking about projects, but if you don't mind me asking, if you are doing any yourself, which ones are you doing?
Yeah,
if you don't mind sharing.
yeah, no, I don't mind at all. I've done pretty much an even split between ACALA and Moonbeam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Astar is SDN, essentially. That's
So
SDN.
Astar, sure. So Astar is it's Scheiden, right?
Trident, yeah, okay.
Hold on. I want to show you something. This is what wasn't working, but it shows it right up here. It's the previously known as the Plasm network.
Okay.
Yeah. They changed their name.
I don't know about the new name, to be honest. I prefer the other name.
Yeah, Plasm was kind of cool.
Astar, like, I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah. So I think it's like a no-brainer, guys, that ACALA and Moonbeam are definitely going to win a slot. And just for fun, I mean, look at this. Total funds raised so far. ACALA's raised $384 million. What the hell? ACALA's raised $384 million. Moonbeam's raised $239 million.
And when did that start?
Yesterday.
So
Dang.
in 24 hours, they've raised nearly $400 million.
Each. Well, 384 for ACALA, 239 for Moonbeam.
That's pretty good going.
Yeah. And the thing is, and we discussed this last time on the live, I did tell everybody I'm going to invest in Moonbeam, but I cautioned you all, it's not going to be the same as Moon River in terms of rewards, okay? Moon River was, I think, a once in a lifetime, one of those once in a lifetime lucky opportunities. You know, people could say they knew. I don't think anybody really knew how profitable it would have been to lock up Kusamas for Moon River. I think people, you know, were bullish on Moon River and wanted to see, you know, big things, but I don't think anybody understood the real extent to which the rewards would be. Moonbeam, on the other hand, I think it'll do well. I just don't think you can even come close in terms of rewards because, first of all, the tokenomics are very different. Moon River has a maximum of, I think it's 10 million inflationary tokens. Moon River, I think it's 1 billion inflationary tokens.
Just quickly, Bilo, for those of you who don't already know, if you don't know what Moonbeam is, then maybe take a look at our Medium channel for Crypto Society because we've done an AMA with them. In fact, I think we've done 2, haven't we?
We've done 2 AMAs with them, yeah.
I thought so.
But very, very, very short introduction to Moonbeam. Moonbeam makes it easy to build decentralized applications on Polkadot, which means your dApps can integrate with other blockchains, including Bitcoin and Ethereum. Moonbeam smart contracts and compatibility with the Ethereum developer toolset. So it's essentially EVM, Ethereum virtual machine. You can quickly build applications that work with users and assets on remote chains, either through native Polkadot compatibility or bridge-based integrations. Huge project. It's going to do very, very well. Moonbeam to Moon River is dot to Kusama, essentially, guys. That's all. But at the end of this year, what's really cool is there's going to be a bridge between Moonbeam and Moon River as well. So anything that's native to the Moonbeam network can be bridged onto the Moon River network and vice versa. And guys, they're not, Moon River is not a test net, just like Kusama is not a test net. It is a test net, but many more things. I mean, you don't need to migrate from a test net. Usually a test net is there to just test, and you eventually have to migrate to the main net. In this case, the test net is also a main net, in that you could stay on it and continue to stay on it, or you can migrate to the more expensive, more stable main net, in this case, if you want to call it that, which is Moonbeam. Same thing with Kusama and DOT. It's essentially the same thing.
Very nice.
Reward pools are explained as well for the auctions. If you click on each project, so you'll get 30% of your rewards immediately, and the 70% will be vesting linearly over the course of 2 years. Now, the only thing, and I've supported these parachains in our previous live market overviews. I've spoke about them. I believe we've spoken about them over the past 2 months, at least for the Polkadot ones, and prior to this for the Kusama ones. And I've said it's a great way to get rewards, and I think everybody should participate. The only downside that I can see in participating in these parachain auctions is that an enormous amount of tokens are going to get unlocked after 2 years. Same thing with Kusama. This is the only thing that concerns me, in that it is a scary thought if after 1 day we have 7 million dots for here and 5 million here. If after 1 day we have 12 million dot tokens amounting to $500 million locked, and that's 1 day and 2 projects, I don't even want to do the math. What's going to happen?
Are they definitely going to be unlocked on the same day, all of them?
Yeah.
You don't think
that's like the biggest unlock that I think there will ever be in crypto?
Yeah, they're all going to be unlocked
until this point.
Essentially, they get unlocked after 2 years. So let's just take the first 5, okay? Just take them as an example. Let's say that when these crowd loans close, I think it'll be very easily, very, very easily, $2-3 billion worth of DOT that'll be locked up for 2 years, and that essentially will unlock exactly 96 weeks. It's right here, 96 weeks later. That's the part that makes me a little nervous. I don't know how that's going to happen, and I don't know what impact it's going to have. I mean, like anything, you can easily imagine it's not a good impact. It's not going to have a good impact to have that many tokens unlocked all at the same time. I just wonder if through some sort of consensus mechanism where people vote on chain some way, somehow, to change this down the line, because it could be very negative. I can't imagine that the leaders behind DOT and Kusama haven't thought about this.
You know what, Bilo? The only thing that I can think of that actually could mean that it's not such a bad thing, potentially, is the fact that right now we are nearing the peak of a bull run, and the price of DOT is fairly high. And in 2 years' time, we're going to be in the depths of a bear market, or you would think that we might be. And at that point, the price of one Polkadot is probably going to be quite considerably lower, at which point nobody's really going to want to sell at such a loss. Just a thought. Yeah,
I mean, that's quite possible, but then there's, I mean, listen, it can drop, but if you look at what happened with Kusama, it didn't really drop. I mean, it went up to like $600 and then came down, and then was bought up, I should say, during the parachain auction period by both 2 types of buyers. One type of buyer was the buyer that wanted to lock up their Kusamas for the parachain auctions, and the other type of buyer was the one taking advantage of that buying pressure to sell. But we see Kusama creeping its way back up, and it's going to make an all-time high soon, in my opinion. And the more adoption and the more projects that built on it, the more valuable it becomes, and the higher the value is going to be. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess that's a possibility if it's low enough that people won't want to sell. It could very well be that what drives it to be low enough that people don't sell is the very fear of, I don't know, a few billion DOT tokens being dumped on the market all at the same time. So that could very well be the catalyst that brings the price down prior to the unlock, making it so that what you said actually happens and people say it's not worth selling. A lot of unknowns, a lot of conjecture. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. So Bilo, the other thing for people to look out for any project, because we're not being project specific, although you picked up some examples, is that look at the tokenomics of the project, because if the project are giving all of their tokens away on this auction, they won't have enough to lease another parachain next time.
Yeah. I mean, the other parachain is going to be in 2 years. I doubt that they're not going to want to continue. I think they're going to want to continue leasing. I just don't know if they're going to be crowd loans or if they're going to just go it alone. Or maybe
or they do a self-raise. Yeah.
Maybe actually what you're saying is the solution. Maybe the next crowd loan is what stops the dumping. Maybe they'll give enough of an incentive for you to keep your dots locked. Who knows? Just the very thought of all this dot being dumped onto the market, and not necessarily dumped, but being unlocked, the potential for it to be dumped, just a scary concept, scary thought. That would be my only, I guess, word of caution here. Aside from that, I mean, I'm all in, guys. Be very, very transparent. I have invested 97% of my dots. I've locked them away. I kept a few in case I wanted to throw something in another project, but that's it.
You even went round all of the dice and removed those dots as well, didn't you? To put those into the crowd loans.
Yeah, I did. Funny you should say that. I bought some dice NFTs that I'm a little bit upset with right now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Not those. I got that.
Damn it. I thought I got a good deal with some doubles. I didn't.
Well, we'll see what happens with the NFTs, won't we?
You know what? NFTs, I think, just like the CryptoPunks that were worth nothing in 2017, I think they'll be worth something once the metaverse takes flight.
You're probably right.
Even the shittiest NFTs, it's not worth to sell at a loss. Just keep them. I wouldn't sell NFTs at a loss.
Yep. And also, NFTs are not subject of the FATF or anything else like that, because they're not deemed as controllable under there. So you might see some more money going into them. Yeah,
absolutely. And there's projects that started off very well and dumped for several reasons. Sometimes it was poor management, or the team made stupid, silly mistakes. They're very cheap right now, and it's worth speculation. I mean, something that was at one point selling for 30 Solanas that is now at 0.2 Solanas. Some of you may know what I'm talking about. Might be worth buying a few and just holding on to them just in case, because somebody might revive it some way, somehow.
Which ones will they be, Lou?
I'll give you one example. Soul Bears.
Okay.
Another one is Eternal Beings. They totally screwed up the project, and there's some very rare ones selling for dirt cheap right now. The art is excellent. The art is excellent. So I would not be surprised if they were fudded on purpose to be rebought and revived one day. But that's speculation. I don't have any evidence. I'm just saying.
I saw I have some of these Aurorian NFTs, and I saw someone was selling one yesterday for 19 that they bought for 499.
That's ridiculous.
Ouch.
I was wondering if they misclicked. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's pretty crazy. A lot of the NFTs per soul are going down, but because the soul value is going up. if you were to sell to stablecoin, you'd still be at profit, like for some of the stuff I'm in, but not really my strategy.
No, I think NFTs are going to see their days later.
I do too. Yeah.
And
I
guys,
already rugged myself enough on NFTs, so I'm not selling shit.
we all did. We all did. Just to go full circle, guys. Look, I hope this helped. I'll be more than happy to talk about it next time on Wednesday when we do our regular live sessions. But this is the best website you can go to, parachains.info. What is an auction? What is a crowd loan? How can I participate? Minimums. How, when I get the dot back, how can I find a list of scam sites? It's all here. I mean, you really don't need anything more than this website to just answer any questions. But if you're still unsure and if you still need help, just tag one of us in the group. We'll be more than happy to help you. And we'll bring it up every Wednesday. We'll ask if anybody has any questions, and we'll still continue to answer the questions.
I think that the information that you gave out earlier regarding being able to check websites and their rating, I think that was great. That's such a help for anybody.
Sure. If anybody wasn't on the call here, again, it's there are extensions that you can get on Chrome or Brave. So one of them is called Alexa Rank. It's nothing's foolproof, but it gives you a very good idea that this is a legitimate website. And the other one is Netcraft. So if you get a green line on top, you're pretty much safe. If you get, sometimes you'll get a small red streak here. It'll just kind of, I've seen the red streaks, a small red line here on websites that I know are legit. Just goes to show you how far these extensions go to ensure safety. But if you get a red streak, a small red streak, at the very least, it'll prompt you to just kind of, go an extra step in your verification process. I got an email, and I shared this in Crypto Society the other day, from metamask.com. I mean, I don't know how they got that, but they actually got it, metamask.com, prompting me to verify and click something. And I naturally didn't. I don't click on anything that I get on emails unless I'm 100% certain. And definitely that would have, emptied my wallet. So be careful, guys. There's so many scammers out there that make a living out of this. Just be careful. There's tools out there to help. These are a few. I'm sure there's many others. It's worth your time to just make sure before you act.
By the way, for those of you who have joined us in the Zoom meeting, if you could go and give us a like on YouTube, that would be great. Help the algorithms get our market overviews and these live videos out there for people. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, I'm going to head off. Thanks a lot, Bilo. Thanks, Pumpy, for hosting this.
Sure, guys. It's our pleasure, always.
It's appreciated. Take care, everybody.
See everybody on Wednesday.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks all.
Cheers.